Welcome, everybody, to That Tracks, the podcast where we track Tim and Nick as they sit on the grass in front of the BoardWalk Resort. We are currently at the BoardWalk Resort because we just finished eating at the Cake Bake Shop.
Yes.
Just the bakery section of it because the actual restaurant was not open for us.
Right. It's a soft opening, so it's like... Well, actually, they said it was our opening day.
That's what they said.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
It's either a soft opening or their opening day, but...
Either way, it's open.
Long story short, they were not open for lunch today. They were only open for breakfast and dinner today.
I'm really loving the setting, though. Right now, we are quite literally sitting. So, for context, we're sitting on the grass in front of the BoardWalk Resort, and we forgot our tripod for today. So, this camera is propped up on boxes from Cake Bake Shop. If you watched our Instagram story, you've already seen this. But, this is truly That Tracks, on location. It doesn't get much more location than this.
The only other time that it's been like this was in the hotel sitting on the floor after D23.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know which one is more intense. I feel like that one takes the cake.
Yeah.
Ooh, the cake, for sure.
Oh, big bake.
But also, we're together again.
I know. Look at us.
We were not.
This is exciting for me because I like to look around at everything that's happening, but I can still talk to you at the
Can
same
you
time.
multitask like that?
Yeah, I can.
Because I cannot.
As long as I can, look at people. This used to be the Wyland Gallery over here. Now it's not.
You're having a lot of, squirrel moments, for sure, but that's just going to happen a lot during this entire...
It's great. I love it.
But it's been a while since we've been, in the flesh recording together.
Yeah.
We recorded via Zoom for a couple weeks. We dealt with the hurricane, a lot of, chaos going on with that. And then last week, which I know you're going to talk more about.
Oh, yeah, I was on a cruise.
Last week you were on a cruise.
Cruising through the Bahamas.
On the high seas.
Yeah.
Love it. We'll hear more about that in this episode. And just wanted to give another huge thank you to Allison, Magic and Wishes, for joining us
great.
this week. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
We had a great time together. If you haven't listened to that episode, go check it out. But I am so happy to be back with you today.
Oh, that sounds kind of mean to Allison.
No, I mean, I love Allison very much, but I've missed you. No,
well, thank you. I missed you, too.
I have, genuinely. It's been a while since we've been able to, hang out together, so it's been fun so far today. We're all hyped up on sugar. Not, too much sugar.
Yeah, it wasn't overly sugary.
Do we want to just jump into the cake?
Yeah.
So this will be on Tim's vlog. So I don't know when that vlog will come out.
Right, because we're in the middle of cruise line stuff,
all kinds
too,
of fun.
So.
Yeah, and really, this is a very busy season, busy couple of weeks, things to look forward to.
Oh, yeah, we're heading into the holiday season.
Oh, for sure. So you're listening to this, it's Halloween week officially. So spooky season just has a few days left. And then as soon as, the clock strikes midnight on Halloween night, it's Christmas.
Yeah, Mariah Carey shows up. Was it Michael Bublé?
Yeah.
Let's call him David Bublé.
Oh, man.
You think there's a David Bublé somewhere?
Probably. Does Michael have a brother?
I have, this ghostly presence around
really
me.
do. Well,
it's kind of fun.
It's like you're glowing.
Yeah, it's the sun. Should I do, a little bit of a... Let's do this. Let's go. Oh, no, this is all going to fall. This is a bad idea, but I'm going to do it anyways. I'm going to scoot a little bit closer to you.
Okay.
There we go. Look at us.
Look at this.
No, I'm better. I'm not as, there's not a ghost haunting me.
I mean, it was very angelic, so. You go to ghost, I go to angel. I wonder what that means.
Yes. I think we can suss out what that means.
But anyway,
speaking of ghosts, sorry, you got to watch this show.
What is it called?
I think you'll really enjoy it. It's called Forever. It's on Amazon.
You're setting that up very sarcastically. I don't feel.
No. It's a very good show. The only problem is it's a lot of relationship drama.
Oh, I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
I love a good drama story.
It's not as dramatic as you would think, though.
Oh,
it's very, very real. Imagine watching your parents fighting.
Oh, well.
That's what it's like watching this show.
Not that I necessarily want to relive.
You should watch it. It's very good. It's a very good show. It's got Maya Rudolph and...
Oh, I love her.
And the other guy. I always forget his name. He was on Saturday Night Live, too. But it's not a comedy. I want to put that out there. There are funny parts,
right? But
it's not a comedy.
What is it called?
It's called Forever.
And it's on Amazon?
It's on Amazon.
All right, I'll have to check it out.
You should watch it. It's only one season, 8 episodes.
We've binged, and I talked about this in last week's episode.
Fred Armisen.
No, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, you do.
If I saw
From Saturday Night Live, yeah.
We binged I always forget the name of it. Nobody Like Us, Nothing Like Us, Nobody Wants This.
Nobody Wants This. With Adam Brody as a rabbi?
Did you watch it?
No, but I know of it.
It is so good.
Okay, I'll watch it.
Do you like rom-com type stuff?
Do I like let me take these off because they're like yelling at me.
Yeah, I was going to say, I could hear your glasses talking to you.
Do I like rom-coms?
I have to take mine off.
I do not necessarily like rom-coms.
Jen likes rom-com?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, I don't know if you'll like it then. It's very rom-com.
I'm more into Agatha.
Right, yeah.
Agatha is 100% my vibe.
Yeah, it's your jam.
Very witchy.
I have not. I'm a few episodes behind on Only Murders in the Building.
Ooh.
Yeah.
A lot of fun stuff's happened.
I'm 2 episodes behind, so I'm going to catch up on that. And then there was another show. Oh, we were big Outer Banks people.
Oh, okay. I've seen that advertised, but I'm not like...
It's very like teenage
type. Not my vibe.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I found out today that this weekend, so this will have already happened, but Miami plays Florida State this weekend in Miami. I'll be in Miami on Saturday.
Oh, to watch the game, or you just happen to be in Miami?
No, to go to the game. But I found out that some of the cast from Outer Banks will be at the game.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think it's like, honestly, in my mind, it's a way to get students to like come to the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know that that's like exactly what the like thought process behind it is, but it seems like what they're doing to me.
Okay.
Anyways, so there's shows that we're currently watching right now, but Agatha's been good.
Agatha has been so good. The newest episode, I wish I could spoil it so hard.
Yeah, don't do that.
I've watched it twice already. I watched it twice. The opening,
Wow.
like,
And it came out
yesterday at 9 o'clock.
And
I watched it twice.
Last night?
Last night, yeah.
There were big things that happened last night as well, and I alluded to this in last week's episode that we would get into this conversation, and we might as well, like, this episode's going to jump all over the place.
Yeah, it will, because we're in the lawn on the boardwalk. That's what you do when you're here.
I don't think that you have.
And there's a ghost here too.
Like at all your.
I have. I'm worried about this ghost here. Well, because like, look at all this stuff. This is my favorite thing about Disney is like looking around and seeing there's a family over there having a magical time right now.
Yeah, just
there's like a lady walking right there, talking and doing business deals on her AirPods. There's like a convention happening here. Everybody's got their like lanyards on.
They look official.
There's a friendship honking at us right now.
Did you hear the sound?
There's a Surrey bikes right there. I'm reminiscing about the fact that, like, I've made friendships on that lawn over there.
Did you ever have confirmation of, like, having ADD?
No, but I'm sure.
Because I feel like you're confirming that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, the pool has some stuff.
The pool is, they're, like, playing a giant game of Marco Polo, maybe.
This is a recipe for disaster for the both of us.
No, this is fantastic. I love this. So good.
But last night, big night. Well, actually, it was in the wee hours of the morning this morning. Epic Universe tickets for annual pass holders, single-day tickets went on sale. And that is the only way that you can get a single-day ticket for Epic Universe.
It's the only day that you can get a dated ticket, too.
Yeah.
So a couple of days ago, they released package tickets where you could buy 3-day package. 1 day was Epic, and the other 2 days were
you could
Universal. You could go to either
Studios, Florida, or Adventure.
And so I bought a couple of those too because I was like, I want to make sure that I can get in if I miss out on annual pass holders. A lot of people did.
Yeah, but you do have to when you buy those. So a little breakdown, and I do want to give a little bit of a shameless plug right now because I've really I have gotten a lot of information on these tickets because of the company that I work for. I work for Undercover Tourist. And I have been putting out content on their social media, Theme Park Frog. I've been putting out content regarding their like ticket packages. And I do want to plug that if you're looking for tickets to Universal to be able to go to Epic Universe, they do have savings right now, which is pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. You could save on tickets to Epic Universe.
So anyways, the ticket breakdown is you could get a 3, 4, or 5 day ticket.
Right.
And each of those tickets has a +1 Epic Universe ticket add-on to it.
I wouldn't say +1. Because it's one of the days.
Correct.
You're not getting 3 days of Universal and 1 day of Epic.
It's incorporated into the 3, 4, or 5 days. So what that means is you'll have 2 days at either Islands of Adventure, Universal Studios, and then one of the days you get to use for Epic Universe. You only get to use one of the days for Epic Universe.
Right. Out of the 3, 4, or 5.
Yeah, and you do have to select a date that you're starting on with those tickets.
Okay. Can you start with Epic Universe?
You can start with Epic Universe. But you do have to pick a day that it starts on because the ticket prices vary per day at Universal Orlando Resort, like the resort in general. So you're going to pick your start date that you plan on going to one of the parks, whether that's Epic or any of the other parks. And then that's going to determine the cost of each day for you to give you the cost of the total ticket or bundle of tickets.
Okay.
And then it's going to give you a window of dates that you have to use those tickets by. I think it's like a 5-day window. So that's important to note as well because the prices do vary
Yeah.
for that. And Epic Universe is opening the Thursday.
May 22nd.
Is that a Thursday?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's a
The Thursday before Memorial Day weekend.
Right.
So already like prices tend to be a little bit higher during Memorial Day weekend across the board.
Fun fact, though, the individual tickets, that Thursday was cheaper than the Friday and Saturday.
Right.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense because the weekend has not officially started yet. But
Right.
And when you say that, you mean the individual tickets that annual pass holders were able to buy.
Right.
Yeah. So for people that are not annual pass holders, that's how you can get your tickets to Epic Universe right now. You can buy 3, 4, or 5 day tickets. You can buy them from Undercover Tourists. And you can buy those in planning your trip. But you will have to be strategic in which day you're deciding to use the Epic Universe ticket.
And you know
The muffin.
the muffin. Do you know John Lithgow? No, do you know if somebody buys that package, is that final sale? Because the AP tickets are final sale.
I do believe they are because you're selecting a date range that you're going to use those.
Okay.
Now, this is another shameless plug. With Undercover Tourists, we have a 365-day refund policy. So just another perk of mine with Undercover Tourists. But anyway.
Wish I had done that.
Well, you should have texted me. You know a guy. But anyway, so so that's how you'll be able to like visit the park, buy tickets to go to the park if you're not an annual pass holder as of right now. That's going to change. Eventually, they will start to sell individual tickets to Epic Universe for the general public, but they're being very strategic about this because they're anticipating very large crowds.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is the first time we've gotten a brand new park in a quarter of a century.
Yeah, 1999.
Yeah, and so it's a big deal, obviously. But yeah, that's
as long as you're not counting Volcano Bay.
Right. I also would say that it would be super helpful for you to also book one of the Universal Orlando resorts for the stay as well.
Because of early entry.
Exactly. Because the park is going to reach capacity. Like that is going to happen at least on the first day, maybe throughout that weekend.
Right.
And so if you're stressed, like I would be, about deciding which day you want to go to Epic Universe and what time you need to be there, you'll have the ability to get there earlier than most people if you're staying at a Universal Orlando resort.
Also, if you're staying at a resort, there's going to be a big, long line of people waiting out front.
Exactly.
Be a smaller line for the resort guests.
Now,
and parking is probably going to be difficult.
And what does that
You
even
could be taking a
like?
bus from the resort, no problem.
What is even parking?
Or even walking over if you're staying at Helios or Terra Luna.
Stella Nova.
Yeah.
I think Stella Nova is the only resort.
I said Terra Luna. That's a restaurant.
Terra Luna.
Here.
Stella Nova, I think, is the one that has the path that connects to Epic Universe.
Ooh.
I don't think that Terra Luna does, but Terra Luna connects to Stella Nova. So you should be able to walk there from either of those. And those resorts are not open yet.
They open in January.
They open in January.
But the 21st is sold out at both those resorts.
Correct.
But the 22nd is not.
Correct. The 20s, as of right now.
As of right
that
now.
could change for sure. And it probably
I'll put my
will
glasses back on.
change.
Sorry, this is going to be strange. I just can't see anything. I got bad vision.
So I would recommend booking one of the resort stays. Helios is their new grand resort that is opening. That is you've probably seen it in pictures if you've seen artwork for Epic Universe. It's the resort that overlooks the entire park. It has theme park views. It has all kinds of it has a direct access to the park. Now, I have booked a stay at Helios for that
podcast
opening.
just started playing on my glasses. Okay. It was us, so it's okay.
Oh, that's fun. You were hearing our voices.
Yeah.
The Helios, Grand Helios, is that what it's called, or just Helios?
I've just been calling it Helios.
Either way, the weekend that opens on the 22nd, which is actually kind of a bummer. I feel like it should open on the 21st.
I think so too, but I understand what they're doing.
Yeah,
everything opens
on the 22nd.
You have access to the park,
right?
So you don't want people at the hotel if they're and have to try to prevent them from peeking over the wall or something, you know?
Oh, looking out the window.
Yeah, I don't know if it's not ready yet.
Yeah.
You know?
That makes sense. I feel like for people that are wanting to go to the park that day, it would be helpful to already wake up at that resort.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
But you do have the option of staying at any of not like whatever's available at the other Universal Orlando resorts. I understand why Helios is doing what they're doing for sure, but it'd be nice to be able to stay there the night before.
Yeah.
But Helios that weekend, I think it's almost all full for that weekend now as well.
Yeah, I know that I couldn't get opening day.
Yeah. I was able to book us a stay like later that weekend. I'll be working a lot of those first days, so I'll be doing a lot for Undercover Tourist those days. But then I wanted to kind of like extend our trip and have some like fun family time that weekend. And I did want to mention rates because I am wildly impressed with the rates at the hotel for that weekend. This is opening weekend of this resort. This resort overlooks this brand new theme park. It has direct access to the theme park. Did we talk about the rate cost? Did I tell you what it costs already?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is a premier, like it is the top end of Universal's hotels.
Right. And I booked what I would say is one of the like nicer rooms in that hotel. I booked us a club level theme park view room.
Yeah.
Where it's our anniversary weekend. We're going to splurge a little bit. And I booked it for 2 nights. The rate was $633 a night. Let me put that in comparison for you. I looked at Disney resorts, like for those 2 nights. Obviously, everybody's going to be comparing Disney to Universal. Like that's just what's going to be happening with this brand new park. Contemporary Resort, which to me is like probably as close as you can get in comparison.
Like you're looking into the theme park.
Right. Maybe also maybe one of these resorts that are here on Crescent Lake by Epcot as well.
But these would be the same price. These are deluxe resorts.
Right. So Contemporary Resort, theme park view, club level, for those same 2 nights, it's $1,400 a night. $2,800 to stay there, whereas it's $1,300 to stay at Helios for those 2 nights. That is wild.
Price.
I looked at Grand Californian just out of curiosity as well, because I feel like on the West Coast, that would be the hotel that could compare. And I think West Coast hotels are just more expensive in general, usually. Right. But for those 2 nights, same 2 nights for a club level theme park view, it was $1,600 a night.
Wow.
That's wild to me.
Yeah.
And it's not so much wild, like, and maybe this is just how my brain is conditioned because of Disney pricing now. Like, I am more shocked at how affordable Helios is compared to how expensive Contemporary is. Like, when I read that pricing for Contemporary, I was like, oh, yeah, well, that's what I would have anticipated. $1,400 a night checks out in my brain.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think that that's worth it.
Yeah, and $600 isn't worth it.
You don't think so?
No, there's not another hotel in the world that you would just get 2 beds,
right,
and a balcony,
but
club level access,
right, yeah, for $600.
For $600 a night.
It's the draw of being able to like look out the window and see this brand new.
Yeah, you're getting a view. There's going to be a nighttime show too, I'm sure.
Well, yeah, I feel like I'm going to be able to watch fireworks from my. I mean, based on concept art that we've seen, there's been fireworks in some of the concept.
And possibly a drone show. Maybe even a flying dragon.
I don't know if every room has a balcony. I don't know, but I
at least has a window.
Well, and I feel like if any rooms do, like club level rooms, should have balconies.
Right.
Maybe we'll see. But we have a ways to go before we get there.
Right.
But I just thought that was wild. I thought it was wild that for $633 a night, you get that type of room situation, and compared to Contemporary, where it's $1,400 a night.
Yeah.
Now, I am interested to see like what club level looks like. Like the food in club level here at Disney resorts, I've had the opportunity to stay at several different resorts and have club level access. The food is delicious.
Yeah.
They do a great job with their
food.
And
it's nice at breakfast.
It's very good at breakfast because it's an actual like sort of like a continental breakfast. Throughout the day, they just have like snacks usually.
Yeah, and then at nighttime they'll have another like
hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah, it's hot, but it's not like a full meal.
Right. It's very like bite-sized samples.
Yeah.
But I definitely take advantage of those bites.
Oh, yeah. You can make a plate out of it.
Yeah, for sure. And they don't care.
Yeah, they're not stopping.
No. They're not like, no, sir, you can't have it anymore.
Stop that. Stop eating the food that we provided for you.
My favorite club level food that we've had here at Walt Disney World, just in case you were curious, is the food at Animal Kingdom Lodge.
So good.
They pull food from Boma and Sanaa.
Yeah.
And it is delicious. But
very good. Breakfast is also good.
Yeah, super tasty. BoardWalk had really good breakfast as well. I've stayed club level there. Grand Floridian, classy.
Yeah.
Classic. Anyways, so that's what's going so that's what's going down for just like regular tickets and resort stays. And then this morning, tickets dropped at 5 a.m. for annual pass holders, and we were able to buy
5 a.m. or 5:30?
5 a.m. The queue opened. Yeah.
You texted me at 5:30, didn't you?
I don't know. I think it was like 5:15.
Oh, I just remember I just happened to be awake and I was like, oh God.
I was in full like stress, like virtual queue mode, which is like pretty typical.
5:28 is when you texted me.
Yeah.
You texted me a half an hour late?
I didn't get into the queue though. So here's the thing.
Goodness, I called him a good friend for telling me.
Yeah,
and it was a half an hour. No, I got
buddy,
tickets. No,
you
it's
got
fine.
your ticket.
I got it. I'm glad that I was awake. My alarm was set for 5:45.
I should have texted you last night and been like, what time are you going to be up and like ready to go for this? Because the struggle was, this is why it was so high stress. Nobody knew what time the tickets were going to drop.
Yeah, if you had listened to me though, you wouldn't have gotten tickets.
Oh, because you were.
I had heard 6 a.m.
Okay, so
that was the rumor that I heard.
Me and my friends, friends, yes, but like my coworkers.
Not really my friends.
They are my friends. But my coworkers and I, we were like on mission to get these tickets because we needed them for work.
Right.
And so we did not sleep last night. We literally because we just out of curiosity, we checked at midnight and we were like, is anything going to drop at midnight? We didn't think that it would happen, and obviously it didn't. But then like from midnight till 3 a.m., I felt pretty safe. But I had to call Universal last night. I was on hold for 2 hours. I was waiting for Universal to help me link all of the passes together for our family. I had my ticket, my annual pass, linked to my account, and this is good information for you guys to know in case anything like happens in the future, or if you want to go buy your tickets. Francie has her own Universal account and has her ticket and the boys' tickets linked to that account.
Right.
So when I logged in to go buy my tickets, they would have not shown up. We all had to be linked together, and I had to do that through customer service. I had to sit on the phone for like 2 hours last night trying to figure that all out. But one of the team members that I spoke to told me that
a bird pooped on me.
No, sad day. On scene. One of the team members told me that like one of the queues had opened at like 3 a.m. Yeah. So we were up all night. From 3, we were checking. We would check at 3, we would check at 4, and then at 5 a.m. our group text went off and it was like, it's open. So we all jumped in. I didn't get in there till like 5:10 because I was getting my laptop and getting logged in and everything.
Oh, yeah.
And then I only had like an 8-minute wait to get into the queue. It was super seamless.
And mine, you texted me at 5:28. I stumbled into my phone because my plan was to wake up at 5:45, go downstairs because I thought they were going to go live at 6 and get on the computer. Oh, yeah. Then you texted me and I was like, I don't have time to go downstairs and get like, I have to do it on my phone. I was logged in on the computer. I wasn't logged in on my phone. So I had to go in, log in real quick, and then go through it. So it took me like just 2 minutes to log in, not bad. But by the time I got in, it was 5:30. Had a 13-minute wait.
Which is honestly
not bad.
Great. And
I got everything I wanted.
Considering what other virtual queues are like, whether it's Run Disney or pass holder previews, or even some other Universal like events that they do, this was seamless. And now
it was seamless when we were on.
We were on the front end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were there earlier than most people were because we were the people who were getting our tickets and then like talking about the fact that we had our tickets, which like would then send the news out, and then it would be inundated. Probably around the 6 o'clock window is when it really like started to fill up. And around the 6
site
o'clock,
went down.
The site went down, and they sold out of opening day tickets.
One. Yeah. So the site went down around like 8
a.m.
8 a.m.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that if you
maybe not 8, maybe like 7.
I think if you had tried to get on at 6, you would not have gotten opening day tickets because they sold out like probably 10-15 minutes after you got your tickets.
Yeah. So I can tell you exact times that things happened because people were like saying it.
Yeah, tweeting about it. And all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so the pricing like all varied based on that weekend. But I'm so excited and so thankful that Universal.
So right around 5:53, day one sold out.
Which is right after you.
Yeah.
You would not have made it because you would have logged in at 6.
Yeah, I would have logged in at 6.
Yeah.
I would have logged in at 5:45.
Right.
But still.
But
I would have been cutting it close.
I don't think you would have made it. Yeah.
Right. I wonder what's going on now. You think that it's still it's up? May 22nd through 24th are sold out.
Wow.
Yeah. More than an hour wait currently.
Wow. So, yeah, which is wild. Like it is, what time? 1:40, and it's more than an hour wait, which is also wild that I started this journey at 5 a.m. this morning. But, yeah, feel very blessed to have gotten the dates that I wanted to get and needed to get for work. And then, yeah, I'm excited. I cannot wait. I cannot believe that we have tickets for the opening day. that we'll get to be there on the first day that this theme park opens to the public. I was going to say, I'm so grateful that Universal has done this because, and I don't know what your thoughts are on this, but to me, because we had to select the individual date that we
that feels good.
It feels almost like we have a park reservation.
Only time that I'm happy we're having a park reservation.
Right, exactly. I go back in my mind to the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World when Magic Kingdom had their celebration.
Yeah.
I felt great having a park reservation that day.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I can get in. And I feel that way about this opening day of Epic Universe.
Right.
Because
now there are going to be AP previews of Epic Universe, which we don't know if the whole entire park will be open. We don't know if it'll just be lands.
I feel like it would be lands.
So, but that's going to be a whole nother thing. Okay. What time do you think? You think they're going to switch it up and do it at 4 a.m.?
I hope not. Just stay consistent with 5 a.m.
No, they should switch it up because that was what. If they do it at a specific time, the website's going to go down.
I don't want to. Yeah,
it needs to happen at 4:45 now or something.
I don't want to pull another all-nighter. I don't want to do it.
Sorry, it's happening.
But the idea that we have specific date tickets makes me feel good, and I kind of hope that Universal does a specific line and specific entrance for pass holders that day.
Right. Well, there will be a specific entrance for hotel guests.
Yeah, resort guests.
At least in the morning.
Right. But if they have one for pass holders, it would be nice because then we don't have to, the line to get into the park just for general admission is going to be wild opening day.
Yeah.
People are going to want, I don't know if this is going to be allowed, and I would assume it's not going to be allowed, but people are going to want to camp out for this.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting. I cannot wait, though.
There was something else. So I follow Alicia Stella, Orlando Park Stop.
Yeah.
She theorized that because right now, if you go on the annual pass holder ticket website to buy a single day ticket, you can buy theoretically from the 22nd opening day through December.
Wow.
And then it drops away.
Yeah.
So she's theorizing that maybe that's when they'll start offering the addition to your annual pass.
That's what I saw her tweet that as well.
Is in December.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or January of 2026.
It makes sense, but it's also a little bit of a bummer because that means that we have to buy individual tickets for every time that we want to visit. And that's just not something that we're used to as annual pass holders. We're used to.
And they might offer multi-day tickets eventually before annual pass.
Yeah.
But it is a thing that's going to happen. They are probably not going to offer the annual pass edition for a while after opening, just to maintain crowd levels. To be able to have new team members coming in, working new rides, doing new shows, working new restaurants.
Yeah.
It's a recipe for disaster to have people coming in whenever they want to.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Yeah, and they don't know. They have no idea what the crowds are going to be like for all summer. So.
And it should also be known that if you are going to opening day, wear your patient pants.
Oh, for sure.
Because there is no chance in the world that everything will go right.
No. I was talking to my friend this morning, and I was saying, I'll be happy if I get to ride 2 rides that opening day. It's going to be absolutely hectic and chaotic.
Opening day of Gringotts, I waited 5 hours to ride 1 ride.
And it's going to be fascinating. These are the kind of things that I can't wait to see. Which land is going to fill up for
monsters.
I think
and maybe dragon.
I think most people will go to Dark Universe. I'm going to How to Train Your Dragon for sure. Isle of Berk is where I will be.
I'm going to go straight to Nintendo.
I was going to say,
I want to ride.
The world is going to be fantastic.
I want to ride Donkey Kong and I want to ride Yoshi.
I think Dark Universe is going to draw the most people to it.
But I also want to do, what are they called now? They changed the name of the roller coasters. It's called Starfall.
Yeah, just the
Racers.
Celestial Park is going to be beautiful.
What's the name of the roller coaster now?
Don't remember.
Star Chaser, Starfall.
Yeah.
Star something. Because it was one thing and then they decided to change it just one day. They're like, it's different now.
Yeah, we'll switch this up.
Yeah.
Either way, cannot wait for Epic Universe. I can't believe it's actually happening, and that it's just cool to think about the fact that we get to be there on opening day.
Yeah.
We get to be a part of that history.
Well, I mean, speaking of High Dad Soup, that is something that is going to be pretty neat too, because as a child, you didn't get to go around opening year of a park.
No, I got to go the opening month of Animal Kingdom.
Right.
But I don't.
But now you get to witness your kids.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and that they'll be able to then say later, I was here the opening weekend. I'm going to be able to take Francie and the boys opening weekend of that park, and they get to be some of the first. And they won't appreciate that now, but later in life,
Luke might appreciate being the first one into How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah. He'll love it. He'll be excited about it. But it's not until later that you get to, if you've watched Inside Out 2, it's not until later that nostalgia shows up.
Oh, yeah. When 13 years old, he has a remodel inside of his brain.
And then you get to, like, reminisce on those things.
And then he gets anxiety.
I think you might have a little bit of that already.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Can I do my Hi Dad soup?
Yeah, go ahead.
So we went on this cruise, and we're going to talk about this cruise in just a minute. But the thing that happened on the cruise for the first time is I said to Jackson, we're walking through the halls, and I said, Jackson, hold Oliver's hand. And Jackson was like, yes.
Oh.
And he just went up and he was holding Oliver's hand, and they were like walking through the ship. I was like, make sure you go nice and slow for him because he's got little tiny legs. I love that. And Oliver was just like, yeah, this is what I'm doing now. He had no issue with it. They were just holding hands. Oh, it was funny to watch because Jackson doesn't know how to hold a smaller person's hand. He only holds mine, and he holds my thumb, or he holds Mom's Jen's hand too. Holds her thumb, right? So with Oliver would be the one holding his thumb, right, but he didn't know what to do, so he was like holding him like a dainty, like this. That's awesome. And so it was funny to watch, but it was also very adorable.
That's precious. That's such a proud dad moment.
Yeah, I took pictures and video of it. I was like, look at this.
Oh,
I'll show you the videos after.
Yeah, I want to see it. I was not prepped for my Hi Dad soup moment.
No, it's okay. It's that you're gonna go to Epic Universe and your kids. You don't have to do it. I was just thinking about it because I had one prepared.
I will say that I have, in the same realm, I've noticed Luke and Ethan just continuing to play more and more together. And it's so encouraging because, we're coming up on the 3-year anniversary of Ethan being with us.
Oh, it's exciting.
Yeah, and you reminisce on how much he's changed in those 3 years, and how much he's grown, and how much Luke has changed in those 3 years, and what their bond has become, and it's really special. It's very precious.
That's good.
It's also cool to see Ethan, he's come into himself so much, and so he has more of a backbone with Luke as well.
Oh.
So, sweet moments, yes, but it's also, nice sometimes to see Ethan, be pretty sassy towards Luke.
Yeah.
I like that. I want him to, be able to advocate for himself, for sure. And so it's nice when, Luke's not a bully, but Luke is just...
He's an older brother.
Yeah. And so Luke...
I see that with Jackson and Oliver.
Yeah, Luke does things that Ethan doesn't appreciate. And for the longest time, Ethan would just not say anything about it, or he would get upset and come to us. And there's moments where we're like, no. This is something that the two of you can figure out together.
Right.
And so it's cool to see Ethan, kind of send it back to Luke a little bit.
It's also interesting to hear that because Oliver is starting to do that with Jackson. Yeah. And it's interesting because Ethan didn't have that at Oliver's age.
Right.
And so Oliver, Jackson will just sit in Oliver's space, and Oliver's like, no. And he
that's
kicks
good,
him.
Though. Well, I'm not.
Oliver's laying on the couch, and Jackson comes and sits where Oliver's feet are, and he's like, no.
You want them to develop that skill set.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, later in life, you don't want them pushing people, but figuring that out as siblings.
Yeah.
But you want them to be able to stand up for themselves, and that was a concern that we had for Ethan, for sure. Especially what he goes through cognitively, developmentally. And so it's cool. It's cool to see Ethan just be like, no, Luke. And I'm like, yeah, you tell him. And Luke is always very receptive to it. But sometimes Luke is just like, well, that's annoying, But that's the cool thing about sibling dynamics is that they're figuring all of that out. I love that they have that together. So
I did want to mention really quick, while we were at Cake Bake Shop, I got pixie dusted.
You did. You
from Brulee the dragon. And my head is starting to itch. And I don't know if it's because there's just glitter in my hair
There's
now.
quite a bit of glitter on your scalp.
Yeah. So I might have to take a shower after this.
I would assume so.
I am going to see Book of Mormon tonight. I'm excited about
it. But you're also going by yourself.
I'm going by myself.
I don't understand that.
I was supposed to go last night with Jen, and she went with a friend from one of the other parents from school.
Yeah.
But I couldn't go because we didn't have somebody to watch the kids. So I stayed back and watched the kids. Now Jen's watching the kids tonight, and I'm going to the show, but I'm going by myself.
I don't think I could ever go.
It worked really good because I was able to get a better ticket that I could get for her because I had to get 2 seats together for her. For me, I'm just there's a one seat by itself, dead center, about, 3/4 of the way back in orchestra. And I'm like, yeah.
That's awesome.
Let's go.
At the Phillips Center?
Dr. Phillips Center for the Performing Arts. That's cool. Which we,
That's in
good.
Orlando, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Downtown.
Yeah. Very cool. Well,
I went on this cruise.
Yeah.
On a
Did we
Halloween
talk
cruise.
about Cake Bake Shop at all?
Yeah, we did. It was the very first thing we mentioned.
But did we talk about the food that we had?
I think so. We talked about how the cake was good.
Did we talk about that with them, or did we talk about?
I don't know.
Someone.
Did we talk about the cake with you guys? The cake was delicious.
Anyways, the cake was delicious. They have seasonal flavors that both had pumpkin. Those were probably two of our favorites.
Yeah.
Pumpkin chocolate and pumpkin cinnamon roll.
Cinnamon roll. Yeah, you'll have to watch my video for the
Oh yeah,
the reaction
you said that the
from
video
that.
would be out eventually.
Yeah. Oh man, it was a magical
Like,
moment.
Walking the way that you said, we won't spoil it.
Yeah,
Just go
don't
watch
spoil
it.
it. It's a very a Tim quote came out of my mouth after putting that cake in my mouth.
But like fully organic, like totally like
Yeah.
spur of the moment.
Yeah. So, I went on a Halloween cruise.
Yeah.
A nice little short cruise. It was from Wednesday through Sunday,
Okay.
and
That feels not short.
it was 4 nights.
That's good.
Right? 4 days, 3 nights. I don't know. It was whatever it was. But
4 nights.
the weather was terrible.
No, why?
I don't know. It was the
you did
roughest
send me a
cruise
video.
I've ever been on in my life.
Did it rain?
Yeah, it rained. It was windy.
What islands
The-
did you stop at?
It was. You remember when it got cold here
Yeah.
on Wednesday?
Yeah.
I was getting on the ship.
And it was beautiful.
We parked and got out, and we didn't have any sweaters or anything for the kids because we're going on a cruise.
Right.
And it was so windy, and Oliver was like, "What is happening?" And so,
I've never cruised this late in the year.
oh man, it's good because when you go down to the islands, it's nice.
They're still warm.
It's still warm, yeah.
Like warm enough to get into the
Yeah,
water and
yeah,
stuff?
Yeah, the water might be cold at Castaway, but you got,
Yeah.
once you get in there, you're good.
Is that even the same like in December?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I've never done it.
We went in January once to Castaway, and it was nice.
Really?
Yeah, the weather was very nice, but the water was cold.
But you felt good sitting like on the beach and
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah, it was like this,
Yeah.
you know?
Oh, nice.
But yeah, the weather was really bad. The wind, it was just, there was a Invest 94 or 97 or whatever it was that was out there in the Atlantic,
Yeah.
was pushing towards us, but then that cold front that pushed through on Wednesday
Like pushed it away.
was fighting it.
Yeah, you were
And
like
so
in the
this
middle of a
wind
battle.
was pushing from, this way.
You were like amidst the
Oh,
weather
man.
front battles.
And it was just raining and windy. We watched I thought for sure they weren't going to do the sail away because it was so windy. Like they had to strap the banners. You know how there's that backdrop they put up? They had to use straps to hold it in place.
You were on the Wish?
I was on the Fantasy.
Oh, wow.
It might be our last time on the Fantasy before it moves down to Fort Lauderdale,
Yeah.
which is sad. We love the Fantasy.
But you could go to Fort Lauderdale.
Could go to Fort Lauderdale, but it's a lot easier to go to Port Canaveral.
Fort Lauderdale's far. I'll be down there this weekend.
I'm going to be down in Fort Lauderdale in whatever that is in 2025, Destiny.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's where the Destiny is going to be.
Yeah.
But the weather was so bad for it was a Halloween cruise, and there's the Mickey's
like that's
Mouse Parade. Yeah, it was. It was very
Spooky weather,
all the
nice.
pumpkins were swaying back and forth. But the Mickey's Mouse Parade, which is their Halloween show, which is supposed to happen on deck 12,
Outside.
deck 11, they moved it into the atrium.
Is that in place of the pirate show?
No, they still did the pirate show. They did the pirate show out on the deck, which, by the way, you want to hear the greatest hack of all time?
Oh, yeah.
For Disney cruises? Don't worry about if you've seen the fireworks before. If you haven't seen the fireworks before on a Disney cruise, go up, watch them on deck 11, 12, whatever. Watch that whole show. If you've seen them before, go down to deck 4.
Why?
It's awesome. They pipe the music in. There's nobody there. You can see the fireworks perfectly.
From not outside, but from the window?
No, outside on the deck.
Oh, right.
Yeah, on the running deck. There's chairs down there you can sit in,
Yeah,
loungers.
you only care about the music and fireworks and not the show that happened
Yeah.
before. That makes sense.
It was awesome. Then you don't have to fight people to get into the elevator. We were on deck 5, so we just had to go up one
You just
level
go
and
into
then
the
just
lounge
go.
afterwards?
Yeah. What lounge?
Well, I guess I'm thinking if you're on the Wish, you could walk back
yeah.
inside and
Go to Tiana's or whatever.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
clever.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't know if they piped the music down on the Wish. This was specific to the Fantasy.
I would
But I will
imagine it's very
never
similar.
watch the fireworks unless there's something special. They change the fireworks or something. Never going to watch them again up on deck 11, 12.
Because the top deck is wild.
Yeah.
Just trying to get out of there after, it's pretty
Yeah.
crazy.
And it was calm. There was maybe 5 other people there. And now I'm telling everybody, so everybody's going to be down there. But oh man, it was
That's really good.
it was
good,
glorious.
Good hack.
Yeah.
We did not have as exciting
You could get
of
some
a weekend.
popcorn out there at the movie theater and then go out on the deck.
I've never been on the Fantasy.
You should go. It's the glorious ship.
Is that the sister ship to the Dream.
Yeah.
I've done the Dream.
Yeah, it's better than the Dream.
Oh.
Newer than the Dream.
Yeah. I'm ready to cruise.
Yeah, you should do it. We'll be there soon. By the way, Nick and I are going on a cruise together.
But it's like a...
Yeah. It is a special cruise.
Yeah.
It's we're going on a gambling cruise. No, just kidding. We're going on a Disney cruise together.
So we should do like a Royal Caribbean together one day.
Yeah.
So you could see what it's like.
Yeah.
I like Royal Caribbean, but there's elements to it that I didn't enjoy. I don't love a casino on my cruise ship.
Yeah, I don't need that.
I don't want smoking.
Yeah, that's gross.
Yeah.
Sorry if you smoke. I don't. Yeah.
I mean, it's okay. You're allowed to not like the smell of smoke.
Yeah. So we went to Lookout. My whole point in picking this cruise was because it went to Lookout.
Right.
And I wanted to see what's the fly situation. What's going on.
But it was like super windy.
It was so windy.
There were no flies.
There were still flies, but like I'm sure that they're affected it.
Yeah.
It would rain off and on every 10 minutes.
That's not fun.
Pouring rain every 10 minutes.
That's not good when you're on one of the islands.
It was crazy windy.
Yeah.
They restricted the amount of like out into the ocean that you could go because the currents were so bad. Their beach I wasn't on the beach and I didn't hear this. It's just a rumor I heard on the ship that it got shut down at 2 because of a shark.
Oh my God.
It was just like, what an exciting time to be on the island.
It's truly a Halloween cruise.
But it was so much fun. Oliver was having a blast. We just like there was waves.
Yeah.
And there's not typically waves on this island in this spot of the island.
Yeah,
but
it's very calm.
It was like the seas were like 3 to 4 feet there.
Wow.
When we were out at the ocean, they were like 10 to 15 feet. That's what the waves
scary.
were. Yeah. And so, but on the island, 3 to 4 feet, the waves were crashing in. Oliver was like, yeah, this is great. And then like I took Jackson out a little bit up to his waist and I was like, swim back. And he tried to swim back. He couldn't move because it was because of the, And I was just like, all right, well, I'm going to pick you up now. We're going to go on shore. So, but he was having a blast. Normally he doesn't go in the ocean.
That's cool.
Because he doesn't like to have like the salt water in his eyes.
But it was so rough.
But it was like, he was just having a blast with the wind and the rain.
That's so fun.
And then we went in the splash pad too. That was awesome.
See, I'm glad that you guys were able to turn that into like a happy, fun experience. I probably would have been bummed.
Oh man, it was so good.
That's good.
It was so good. All of our stuff got soaked.
Wow.
It was good. We bring like waterproof bags and stuff though.
You were fine. Yeah. That's wisdom.
Could put the camera in there.
Especially when it's raining. Because it does rain a lot on those islands.
Yeah.
Even if the weather's nice, it can turn really fast.
Yeah.
Also, your camera battery's getting close.
Oh, it's okay. We're doing okay. What do we have? 44 minutes? We'll end it out here pretty soon.
Okay. So we had a fun weekend. Not as fun as a cruise.
Oh, yeah.
But, what were your costumes? What were your costumes?
Oh.
I've seen yours.
You have seen mine. Yeah, mine was a stoplight, which, by the way, people really enjoyed the stoplight costume because I can change the lights.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, but I can they were really interested in the fact that I could change it. It was like I could do red, yellow, or green, or all of them. But do you know what it was literally on clearance from Target.
Really?
It was like $18.
I saw someone with that costume at a Taylor Swift concert.
Perfect, because I had to put up a Taylor Swift TikTok.
Yeah. Which I was so proud of. I even wore a Taylor Swift t-shirt today because I'm so proud of you for that.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, like, it wasn't originally a TikTok. It wasn't originally a Taylor Swift TikTok.
No, it was the dancing
TikTok, like showing off
my outfit.
But then a Swiftie chimed in when they saw the
stoplight,
and then quoted a lyric from a Taylor Swift song.
Something about asking the stoplights,
which I was so proud of, and it's just timely because Taylor Swift was in Miami this past weekend. So, which I wish I was at the show. I'm really sad that I missed it.
And then so Jackson was GT Scourger.
Okay,
the Hot Wheels. And then Oliver was a monster truck.
Okay.
Which we got at Kohl's for like half off because it was broken.
I love it.
And I fixed it and good to go. And then Jen was the pit crew. So at Oliver's, you could push a button on it, the lights turn on and go.
Was he excited?
Yeah.
I love it. I haven't seen the rest of the family's costumes. Has that vlog out yet?
No.
Okay.
That's today, I think.
Okay, so it'll be out by the time you listen to this.
Because we were at Nassau. Yeah, I think so. I think that was Halloween night when we were in Nassau.
Does everybody on the ship dress up like that night that they do the...
A lot of people dress up. I saw people dressed as Anxiety. It's fun.
Yeah. I feel like it's a popular costume this year.
Yeah.
Francie's discussed this year.
Yeah.
Luke is Rex from Toy Story, and it's one of my favorite costumes that I've ever seen. It's an inflatable costume. Ethan is Skeleton Mickey, which he loves. He loves Mickey Mouse.
Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome costume.
Incredible. And then I am Stitch. It's just a Stitch onesie. Comfy, but it gets hot in Florida on Halloween.
Yeah, I was surprised how hot that traffic light costume got.
I believe that.
It was like it was just like a tank top, but it was like I could feel the heat emanating out.
We gotta come up with like fun ways to use that costume.
Okay. Yeah.
Think of something.
I was using it to keep Jackson, like he would like run ahead, and I'm like, oh, it's a red light, and I'll turn on, he'd stop me, he'd wait for me.
Creative with that.
Because he's a race car, so.
Right.
Yeah.
So he abided by the traffic.
Yeah.
Laws.
Yeah.
That's good.
Also, I went to Nassau. It was raining the entire time we were there, but we met up with our friend Donzel. He took us to a fort, Fort Montague, and then we went to Fish Fry, which is like a place with a lot of restaurants.
Yeah.
And we just had I had a burger. Jen had some conch fritters.
You're gonna need to send me these places because I don't normally I don't explore Nassau usually a lot. I've done it before.
You were going to Nassau?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, you just talk to Donzel. He'll take you places.
Okay, real fast before we sign off, I did want to also mention another piece of news. We did see an increase in annual pass prices at Walt Disney World.
And an increase in snack prices.
A lot of prices across the board have increased. Not significantly in a lot of places, but slightly. Yeah. And then also some of the dining prices also have increased. Like some of the character dining experiences, some of those for breakfast and dinner have also increased. I'm trying to find the breakdown, and I had it saved, of the Walt Disney World price increases, but I think it was again, not significant, but can be significant for families of 4. I think the Sorcerer Pass went up $80
per pass.
And so that increases for sure, and especially if you're doing a payment plan, that definitely affects things. It's not anything that's abnormal. We always see these price increases take place. I feel like it's an annual thing with Walt Disney World at this point. And so we're not shocked, but did your battery die?
No, not yet.
So I cannot find where I had it saved to tell you guys the price increases. But, okay. So Incredipass was $1,449. It went up $100 to $1,549. We saw an increase in Sorcerer Pass by $80. The Pirate Pass went up $30. It's now $829. Pixie Dust Pass is up $30. It is $469. So just so you guys know, there's an increase on those. And we had a fun weekend. We did Brick or Treat at LEGOLAND. Very impressed with their event. I love it. I really they knock it out of the park with their entertainment.
Yeah, they do.
They do such a great job. There's a new drone show. We didn't get to see the drone show. That was too windy that night, but I've heard it was amazing.
Yeah.
And then we went to Busch Gardens and did all of their Halloween festivities, which was a lot of fun as well. So we got to feed a sloth and feed some flamingos.
Very exciting.
It's a great time.
Thank you. You guys all know I hate flamingos. So.
You do?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I hate birds.
I hate birds too, but for some reason.
One pooped on me.
Yeah.
In this episode.
I don't love birds. I'm terrified of birds. But the flamingos were not as intimidating to me for some reason. I don't know why. I was slightly intimidated. Ethan was very scared.
Of the flamingos?
Yeah, he didn't want to feed them. He didn't want to get near them. Yeah. Luke probably would have been okay if they just would have flocked around him and lifted him up and carried him away.
Well, there you go.
But anyways, this has been a very fun and also very sporadic episode. We appreciate you guys tracking
good time.
And you never know where we're going to show up next. Actually, next week, we might be at a different location.
Oh, we definitely will be. So, yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. It was fun.
It's been fun. Go to Cake Bake Shop.
Yeah.
And thank you for tracking us.
All right, bye, everybody.